Hey guys, it's Bible Girl, and it's another day of VEDA. So today, I kind of want to review a random thing to review, but Wendy's kids meals. I mean, we don't go out and get fast food all the time, and when we do, we don't always get kids meals. But out of all the kids meals out there, Wendy's has from day one with my daughter impressed me to a great extent. Pre-COVID, their menu was really varied. Like she'd get things like a chicken wrap and stuff. As COVID kind of happened, I noticed the menu dropped like a lot of fast food places. So I don't know how that'll be, but still, I feel like she gets a good chunk of food. She has a nice fruit option that's not like a heavily sugared applesauce or something. If I want to do that, it's like actual cut apples. And I think food-wise, it's good. But actually, what I really want to talk about today is what they do for toys. Now, growing up, I really liked getting my kids' meals and the little toys. But as a mom, that already feels like we have too many toys in our house. Um, that's almost a discouragement about getting a kids meal somewhere, is knowing, oh no, there's going to be another little toy and we don't have the space for it and it's so tiny and it's really worth having. But Wendy stuff is just so valuable because it is like for intellectual growth. It's either something you build or create or look at. It's not a little plastic toy that's just a little plastic toy. It's something academic almost, and I love it. So we've just about finished this stage, but the little kid option that they'll have is just always a book. So this is the book My Robot Friend, and I wanted to grab this one in particular because it's just a little board book that they have as a toy for the little kids if you ask for the younger kid option. But she loves this book. This book from a fast food place is one of her favorite books. And I love it too. It's about this little girl and she wants to build a robot. So it's really encouraging, like this idea of girls and STEM and all that stuff. But what I like about it the best is, I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there right now that is encouraging girls to like do STEM, but also I feel like a lot of times we downplay or even demonize femininity. Like, let's get our girls to do math and science and screw the frills. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, the other day I asked my daughter what she wanted to be when she grew up, and she said a scientist. And later I'm like, oh yeah, so you want to be a scientist? Like, maybe a princess scientist. And I think that's a wonderful place to be at 3 years old. And so she spends the book working on building this robot, but at the very end, she builds him to have a tea party with all the pink all over the table and flowers on the cups, and I loved that. This little girl, she can be a scientist, but also be a little girl and like frilly things. So, my robot friend. I have no idea if you'll ever come across it again. We got this twice over the course of several months. So I think the little kids' meals, the books kind of cycle, but I could be wrong. And one's at my mom's house and one is here. And like I said, we legitimately read this all the time. My daughter loves this book. But now that my daughter is 3, we've kind of graduated upwards to the big kid toys. And here's an example of what we have. And this is why I love them. This is a dragon that we built. Um, you rarely will get a toy at Wendy's that is a toy in a bag. I mean, these are little pieces, and they all come together, and you make this guy. And she loves this as a craft, as a project, and then she's really attached to these little guys because she made them, and they're special to her. And I love Wendy's for this stuff. I appreciate them so much for taking that step to teach the kids, if you're going to throw a toy in there, making it something fun and educational. And it's almost never based off a TV show or a movie. It's just a toy. And to me, that's a selling point, and I love it. So if you're looking at a cool toy, check out Wendy's. There are many times over the years before I had a daughter, I would get a Wendy's kids meal just because I thought the stuff looked really interesting and really cool, and I'd put it in my prize boxes for work at church, and that's why I am into them. So yeah. All right, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. So see you later from VEDA. Bye.